Hey guys, Brickman117, welcome back to the channel and my custom build of the yet to be designed Mega Halo fan vote set Traxus Tower Flood. It's hard to imagine anyone watching this video isn't familiar with the fan vote, but I have put a link in the description below so you can read all about it if you are unfamiliar with it. But very basically, this was one of the options for us to vote on for a set that Mega will create for the 2023 line of Halo Universe sets. What you see in front of you is the artist's impression image of the set that Mega released to give us an idea of what we might be voting for. An artist's impression, one image for each set was released, but one image was all I needed. 5 minutes after I saw it, I headed straight to the build room and built this. Whilst we take a look around this mock, I just want you to bear in mind that I built this very hastily. As soon as I'd seen that image, I was just so excited by the prospect of getting this set. I had to use that inspiration to put something together. And although I had this mock finished within about 2 days before the end of the vote, I decided not to release a video of it as I didn't want to influence unfairly. So I decided to hold back on releasing the video until the vote was finalised, which turned out to be a bit of a landslide for this set anyway. So obviously I'm a happy man, but why am I so happy? Why did I vote for this set? What was it about it that I felt was the right choice for Mega to produce? Well, quite simply, it's probably the same reason many others do. I see so many comments across social media about people asking for more building style sets. We love all the vehicles in the Halo universe, but there's very few structures or sets that you're able to create structures from. And for me, this is going to tick all the boxes in regards to creating structures. If we do get a set, something similar like this, so you've got a small building assembly to the side, the cargo crates, if they're going to give cargo crates with this set, it is going to be amazing. They're from the Call of Duty range, those cargo sets. But in the Floodgate level on Halo 3, you see these cargo crates everywhere, and I've always wanted to create a large scale flood diorama littered with these big cargo crates and industrial looking machinery and building everywhere. This set has the potential to be able to do that. As you can see, I've used a huge amount of the pillar pieces that come with all sorts of different Halo sets. Those are nice and big, they're easy to put together. Obviously, this wouldn't be a polished, finished result. I've just thrown together how I think the set could work. But from a technicality perspective, I don't see this set as being immensely challenging to be able to create. Stability, on the other hand, definitely needs some work. You wouldn't be able to give this to anyone. You would not be able to sell it. It's far too flimsy. It would fall apart every time you tried to touch it. But what I was trying to do here was show you the concept of how I think it could work. And in a second, we're going to take a look at the crane mechanism that I designed, which again isn't polished. It could definitely be improved upon, but the idea is there. This area here was intended to be the control room for the crane, which I thought is just a nice little area that you can pose figures. Obviously you can see I've got a rocket zombie there and a dead zombie on the floor. Got some tools hanging up, a gun rack, and a few old stickered wedge pieces just to act as computer terminals, but it could be vastly improved with a little bit more thought and some newer parts. I simply wanted to create a space that offered a huge amount of play value. And you know that rocket zombie's about to blow himself up, don't you? Yeah. As we exit the control room, you can see I've put some lights above the control room entrance, just a suggestion more than anything. I've got a small communications dish there and various floodlights scattered around the area. You can then come down one set of steps onto a lower catwalk. This was to make sure I had plenty of space for you to pose figures. I put some very simple railings up, and then you've got a second set of steps going down onto the ground floor. As we move around, I've got a small wall set up, which is from a very old Mega Block set, but I thought it lent itself to this set well. I've put a few cones scattered around. Obviously, I could have put more cones in. I was going to put some crates in, and then I was going to put some sandbags in. I didn't know where to stop. I just wanted to get this created just to show you what I was thinking, but the possibilities of how many little things that you could add into this set are just endless. I thought about weapons, flamethrowers would be great for this set. And then there's the vehicle. There's lots of talk that there's going to be a special vehicle for this, and when I say special, it may just be unique. Everybody's hoping it's going to be the forklift. It may be the forklift. I didn't want to take another day trying to invent a way to build a forklift. and I didn't know if I'd have all the pieces anyway, so I decided to just leave the vehicle out. But obviously you can appreciate if there was a forklift added to this set, or even a truck, would be really fantastic, that crate could be lowered down onto the back of a truck, because that would be a really fun play feature. I haven't got one, but if they were able to incorporate a winch into that crane, the truck could back in, the crane could connect to the cargo crate, and then it can lift it up. And I'll show you how that crane can move backwards and forwards and side to side in just a second. So as you can see, this is a full 360 spin around here, and from pretty much any angle, I find this set just looks fun. I've mentioned many times before, I'm an adult. I don't often play with these sets. I like to build them, appreciate them, display them, and then just take care of them. But this does kind of make me want to play with it a little bit. It does look really fun. Just before we take a look at the crane moving and how it works, I just thought I'd show you a bit of a closer up of the actual cargo crate and the actual main claw of the crane and how it all works. So the cargo crate is studded into the bottom of the grey blocks you see by the steering wheels facing you right now. The silver claw pieces down the side, just those long wedge pieces, they're not holding it at all. They're just there for effect to make it look like a claw holding onto the crate. All the holding done is by studs on the top of the crate into the bottom of those 2x4 bricks. We've got some machine guns, heavy machine guns on the side just to look like machinery and hydraulics. I put some hoses in there, and I put some various other bits in there just to make it look industrial and to make it feel like it's an actual moving crane. And in all honesty, this was one of the most fun parts of the build. There's quite a lot of parts in that crane and in the actual rolling mechanism above it, which I will now show you in operation. So as you can see, you can just grab the crane and you can pull it forwards or backwards. The wheels don't turn particularly well. There's no tires on them, so they don't grip. They do tend to slide rather than roll, but you get the idea. I'm sure this could be improved with some more thought and possibly some slightly different parts. You can also see the top section. I've cut a hole, not cut a hole, I've left a hole in the middle of the gantry so you can roll the whole crane mechanism from left to right, which allows you to have both side to side motion for the crate as well as forward and back motion. The only thing it is missing, as I said earlier, is a winch mechanism. Something similar to that comes with the elephants would be very handy. Just some cord and a little wheel on there that you could turn to raise it up and down. And again, taking a look from a slightly lower angle, you can see the Chief in there having an absolute whale of a time. And if you listen carefully, you can practically hear the roar of that heavy machine gun. Pew, 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 pew. Sorry about that, wrong sound effect. Let's try that again. And if you listen carefully, you can practically hear the roar of that heavy machine gun. That's right, Chief. Pour it on them. Destroy those filthy flood. Sorry about that, I got a little bit carried away there, but I did warn you that this build did make me want to play with it. So yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I've got really high hopes for what Mega do with this set. It's clear what I would like from this set, so I think you guys should leave your comments in the section below to let Mega know what's most important for you. After all, this was a fan vote. They've decided on what set they're going to build. I don't think it can do any harm if you guys let Mega know which aspects of this build are most important to you. Is it the type of figures? Is it the playability? Is it the flexibility? Is it buildings? Is it the vehicle they're going to put in it? Why don't you let Mega know what's important to you in a set, and I think that will just help them to try and complete this fan vote to a set that's going to be a sure success amongst the fans. So thank you once again to Mega for carrying out this fan vote. I for one am very pleased that the Flood set won, and I look forward very much so to seeing what you create. And for now, that's about all I've got to say about it. So as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.